Sure, you might think the rich and famous live a life of luxury, but newsflash, they need me time too. Like, is Tom Holland really taking a pause after his monumental Spider-Man run? Or what's the deal with Selena Gomez's Take 5? And where has Rachel McAdams been? Our most favorite Spider-Man, sorry Andrew and Toby, Tom Holland is apparently taking a break.
Good luck out there.
We have yet to see it with all his movies rolling out, but as far back as 2021, our Tommy boy has been looking for a way to not be so career-oriented for just a little bit. Back during the press tour for Spider-Man No Way Home, Tom had said, "I want to take a break and focus on starting a family and figuring out what I want to do outside of this world." Sound the alarm! He wants to take time to be a dad! Someone immediately do that face-smashing app between him and Zendaya. Our Tom Daya hearts simply cannot take this excitement.
He told me that we were just gonna keep it chill.
No word on if international superstar Zendaya will be sitting her career out, by the by. The funny thing about being in one of the biggest movie franchises of all time when you're a kid is when it's done, you can take a break, come back to the industry, and barely be 25.
At least no one on the Gryffindor team had to buy their way in.
After finishing the Harry Potter series, Emma Watson announced that she was taking a break to finish her university degree. She took another break in 2016, and Emma had said on her time off, "It feels as if sometimes I'm struggling to keep up with myself. It's a really cool period of time for me."
I'm like, oh my god, I feel so stressed and anxious.
She then returned in fine form for 2019's Little Women. Nothing like taking time off and then being welcomed back into Hollywood by starring in an Oscar-nominated movie. When Canada's sweetheart Rachel McAdams hit the scene, there was really no slowing her down. From The Notebook to Mean Girls, Rachel makes literal modern classics. So if the lady wants a break, we let her take a break.
I did kind of make a decision to pause.
Rachel has said about her time off, "I guess I always had a sense that it would be okay. Either it's gonna work out or it's not." I mean, yeah, if you're already one of Hollywood's chosen ones, I think you'll be okay. And FYI, she could work in Canada anytime she wants. Now she's back in
Are you there, God? It's me, Margaret.
and fans couldn't be happier. Well, we could be if she wanted to star in a Mean Girls sequel.
That's funny. Put that in there.
Are you there, God? We want a sequel! Much like Emma and Rachel, Jennifer Lawrence came on the scene in an explosive way, being nominated for her first movie-starring role and then winning an Oscar within the first 5 years of her career. It seemed as though Jen would never stop. That is, until, well, she did.
Out.
She planned to take 2019 off, which may have been a bit of hubris considering just a year later, everyone in the world had to take time off. She then came back onto the scene in 2021's Don't Look Up, and during the press tour, she was way pregnant. A solid use of her time off. It's Selena's world, and we're all just living in it. Following her Revival World Tour, Selena announced in a statement in December 2019 that she was taking time off to focus on maintaining my health and happiness.
I am grateful to be alive.
At that time, the former Disney Channel star had already distanced herself from TV roles. Selena starred on Wizards of Waverly Place from 2007 to 2012. It wasn't until 2021's Only Murders in the Building that she started acting on television once again.
You think that woman stabbed someone 8 times?
And considering she's more popular now than ever, this is a good life lesson that your mental health definitely comes first. Many of the stars on this list take a break, but don't get it twisted. They want to return to doing what they do best, except for Keira Knightly. Maybe it's because she was burnt out, or maybe it's because she wore a green dress so good she felt she could retire. But after working consistently from age 16 to 22, Keira revealed she almost called it quits around the year 2007. Instead, she got the chance to work with Carey Mulligan in 2010's Never Let Me Go and chose to keep acting. Keira explained her decision, "Carrie's a very good friend of mine, and I felt if I was to start making films again, she was someone who would watch my back."
It's incredibly important when you're working on a film.
Yes, sisterhood! Do not let anyone tell you anything different, but being a working woman is no joke. And when you combine that with being a mom, forget about it. This is why even Lizzie McGuire, Hilary Duff, herself had to take time to herself. She said on the matter, "I took a big break before and after my first pregnancy, and that space allowed me to reevaluate what was no longer working for me. But she's back making people laugh on How I Met Your Father and looking fly on the cover of Women's Health Rest Matters. Now, when it comes down to taking a break, this next influencer may be done with acting, but she's working harder than ever. Everyone's favorite Goop CEO, Gwenyth Paltrow, announced a break from acting in 2016 to focus on her line Goop.
It's been a long day.
She's done a few roles since then, mostly just reprising her role as Pepper in the MCU, and has said she might return to acting one day. We won't hold our breath, though. Speaking of working moms, Eva Mendes isn't completely opposed to acting again, but she's revealed she's much more selective now and would rather spend time with her children.
Parenting is the most creative thing I've ever done, you know?
She said, "As a mother now, there are so many roles I won't do, so it limits my choices, and I'm fine with that."
I don't want to do anything violent. I don't want to do anything sexual. I don't want to do anything like, I'm like, what's left?
Also, she's married to Ryan Gosling, so we assume she's living a very appealing life. After announcing that Chris Hemsworth had a genetic predisposition for Alzheimer's, Chris went on a path that involves a lot of rest and being with the fam. He has said about his break that he wanted to spend time with his children, who were at a very important age, and starting to be more aware of him leaving frequently. He did return with Thor: Love and Thunder, and fans couldn't have been happier. That being said, we wish nothing but the best for Chris and want him to work when he wants to. Tom Hiddleston, or Taylor Swift's rebound as I like to call him, took what he called a moment of consideration away from film.
Surprise!
He had this to say about his break from acting. "I'd been playing so many different people in so many different parts of the world." Which, before we call Tom out on this actor humble brag, he finished by saying, "And it's very important to distinguish what's real in one's own life." He did some stage roles and turned down other opportunities that came his way, but he returned to the silver screen to star in Loki. It's looking like being a part of the Marvel Universe can literally make anyone return to acting. Good to know. Once again, another sad reason to be stepping back, but Justin Bieber has had a complicated few months due to his health crisis.
I just also want to say that you're not alone in that.
And he made the decision to step back from touring to focus on his recovery.
I think that we're all struggling to some degree.
In June, the Peaches singer was diagnosed with Ramsay-Hunt syndrome. Among other things, the syndrome has caused his face to become partly paralyzed. To heal, Bieber had to lay low at home, and therefore postpone the rest of his shows in the North America leg of his Justice World Tour. When asked about stepping back from touring, Bieber has said, "This is pretty serious, as you can see. I wish this wasn't the case, but obviously, my body's telling me I gotta slow down, and I hope you guys understand." We understand, and we're sending lots of love JB's way. Checking out all these stars' me time has made me reconsider my vacay purpose. Any celeb breaks that surprised you? Comment below. And for all things A-list, be sure to like and subscribe to The Things Celebrity.